premise is that, you know, these two kids that defeated this witch when they were, young and traumatized, what happened to them? 15 years later, they've grown up and they've become these bounty hunter, witch-killing, fantastic kind of celebrities in the witch-killing world. And, and it's good fun and very, very action-filled and adventurous.
I play Hansel, and this will be my sister Gretel. And I feel like they don't exist without each other. It's one of those sort of acting in tandem moments. And I was attracted to this story because I love the relationship between brother and sister. I just think it's really dynamic. I have a very complicated one. I think they all are. And
Same.
I think we were able to sort of explore that in this.
Yeah, I think it's rare to have a brother and sister duo, and especially an action duo. And they sort of support each other. It's not like two police cops or whatever, there's this emotional drive for the both of them that's inexplicable, and that was really fantastic to play. That was the kind of the central core of the whole piece. It's Famke. Famke, she plays the kind of the queen bee of witches. So we don't know she exists in the beginning. So we discover her. She sort of challenges all of what we're used to with witches. She has different powers and things like that. So she's pretty badass.
It's like anything. I think you're absolutely specific for this. This was very different, I think, than any other movie, in the action side of it anyway. This is like more of a Western style of fighting or getting beaten up, really, is really what I had to learn how to do in this, is just get my butt handed to me,
Yeah.
Which is a lot of fun,
Yeah.
I have this sort of like random shotgun kind of, they have these sort of like modern flair to them. It's also because it's a fantasy movie. We're shooting witches, so why not be able to have a shotgun? But also, it looks like it was made from what our surroundings are. So it's something really quite queer and lovely about them. Then we have these little weird, quirky handguns.
You have that great knuckle duster.
Oh yeah, like the brass knuckle thing. Yeah, that was all sorts of fun stuff in there, wasn't it?
I have a double action crossbow, which is pretty slick.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
And it was really heavy actually, my crossbow, and I have to run around with it and do all these things with it. But it also is kind of like a very, very, very fast shooting. So it's like a gun and a crossbow combined. But it looks really cool and kills things efficiently. Well, it's so iconic, isn't it? The candy house. I mean, it's actually, that's what I think of when I think of Hansel and Gretel, is the candy house. And so the day when I saw the exterior set of that in the forest, in situ, all done, I took a photograph of it because it was, it was such it's so iconic.
I had to carry a little piece just to see if it was candy. Just had to check.
It just tastes like styrofoam.
Yeah. Why can't it be cotton candy?
Yeah, why can't it be real?
They did a really wonderful job to create a look for this movie, and those are some of the first things I was really attracted to. And designers behind it were tremendous, and it wasn't easy also to make something that looks cool and very functional at the same time. Not an easy task. To be able to be very, very fluid and move around and get beat up and roll around and have to do a lot of strange things. And especially when you start wearing tight leather, it's like that can be very limiting, but they did a wonderful, wonderful job with it, I think.
I thought the costumes were fantastic. Yeah. Lots of leather, tight leather for me. There were a couple of split pants situations.
I remember that one, yeah, I remember that.
You remember that?
Yeah.
Like,
that was
oh
awesome.
dear.
That was awesome. Yeah, it was a lot of fun, collaborative.
Great. Collaborative is the great word. Yeah, he's got this sick mind actually, in terms of violence and story and comedy, all of these things that his previous movie was so sort of unique in its tone, and so he brings that into this, and he's a great collaborator. I mean, he wants to hear, even though he wrote it, and you know, he wants to have our input, and so it became a richer experience. And also he's got this, you know, he was really strong in his ideas of what he wanted, you know, with this film, and we had a lot of not so much CGI because of that. He was really like, no, I want this animatronic and I want this, and it was great for us, therefore.
Yeah. Wow.
Zoe's witch.
Yeah,
Gnarly.
she's a gnarly one.
The first witch
she's
that
like
we
a
killed.
walking wart.
And you know that she stank.
Yeah.
She's the one that we, you know, hang from the feet, and then Jeremy shoots her in the face.
Yeah.
But she just looked absolutely repulsive.
Yeah, again, the makeup again it was all practical. So
Yeah.
the day we had in the stone circle with all the hundreds of witches, it was it's fun. And then they're flying off on on a wire, of course, but practical. So it's like literally pew pew pew. These witches are flying all around. It's,
So great.
But like I don't know if there's a favorite one. They're all kind of wonderfully creepy and disgusting in their own right. You know.
I love the scene in the bar where Thomas Mann's character comes in, Ben, the fanboy, and I think because you get to see a bit of our relationship, like their natural kind of chilled relationship, and I love the scene where we reunited after all the trauma and stuff, because again, it's them, it's the relationship of those two, and then you've got all of the action scenes which are just fun and in your face.
Yeah. I think you could grab some popcorn and a soda and you sit down and go on a great ride. That's what I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and because it is very violent. It's so violent that it's funny as well. So I think that's the violence and comedy aspect of it. That balance is really kind of really fun.